was awesome. That was my level. God damn it. Well, it's got a lot of stuff going on. Subaru engine is tore down. The right side is parts washed, the left side is how she came. This thing was pretty much caked in oil all over it. So the heads are back there. I'm measuring out the valve guide clearances and things like that. But if you also notice, there's a lot less room in the shop because the MG's in here. So I'm running out of room, but I have been working on the truck. The cross member that fits right behind the tranny is in. The two support braces up front are in. And I'm actually working on the transmission mount right now. There it is. It's probably still, yeah, it's still hot. So just made it super simple. I had a bunch of brackets and tabs laying around, so I made something work. And yeah, once that's made and in, then I can probably take the engine back out. I mean, I don't know where I'm going to put it now. It's just going to be another thing that's in the way. But then that can go out. I will re-center up the cab and then build the outriggers on the frame. Probably cut off the stock body mounts, stock cab mounts, and then build the outriggers for the cage and start bending some tube for the cage. That's pretty much it for now. I need to go through and do another cleanup day because I've pretty much got stuff everywhere. The other thing I was going to do is I ordered this sending unit. It's an autometer sending unit. And the last thing I wanted to do was cut another hole in that fill plate up there. So what I'm going to do is, that's the sending unit right there. Just this guy. And that's the float that goes on it. I am just going to unbolt this and take this bracket and weld this bracket to the fuel pump mount that's already in the tank. So basically the fill plate will come out and it'll have the fuel pump and the bracket for the sending unit, and then I don't have to cut another hole in the top of this. And I also had to order all new nylon washers because the ones that I took off of this, I don't know what I did with them. And that'll be buttoned up. Once the cab frame is on, then I can start running the rest of the fuel lines up to the front. And yeah, then maybe, I don't know about wiring yet, but yeah, the next thing I need to do is get this cage in and get the front pickup points made for the suspension so the whole truck can sit on its own. But yeah, that's it. So here are the Subaru heads. Everything looks good with them, other than obviously the gasket material that's still left. But I spec'd out all the valve guides and the valves. I'm pretty sure everything's within spec. I need to get a hold of a factory service manual and double check it. If everything is good, the only thing I might have to do is I noticed on a few of these exhaust valves, not on these seats, on the actual valve itself, is it looked like the valve seat was almost pounded into the valve. So I might have to take them to someone, have them just touch up the face to get a nice flat surface again, and then lap all these valves in, because the intake valves come out great. Everything looks good. So yeah, that's going to be another thing to do over winter. And then figure out what to do with this thing. Which, not what to do with it, but now the engine choice has changed again. It was originally a 3SGE beams. Then being as I want to just be able to go to the parts store, if anything goes wrong with it, I can just pick something up. Then figured, oh, I'm just going to put a K-swap in it and make it rear-wheel drive. And then after starting to source stuff for that, then a couple buddies of mine brought up, why don't you just put 1.8 liter Mazda Miata engine in it? And I looked at those, and they're roughly the same price as the Beam swap. Yeah, it's a little less horsepower, but I think this thing with 140, 150 horsepower will be plenty. I don't know what this car is going to weigh when it's ready to go. I'd imagine under 2,000 pounds. So yeah, this is next on the list of getting another engine in here. But then, like I said, Jesus, as soon as I get another engine here, I've got to get that block off to the machine shop, break the damn engine stand down, and put that in the corner. My cab dolly's back over there. The engine lift's up there, so yeah. I had a lot of room, but I needed to get this out of the garage because hopefully in another few weeks we are going down to Georgia to pick up my truck. So probably shoot a video on going down there to get that or something stupid. Be at my buddy Eddie's garage and probably show off a few of his toys and things he builds down there in Georgia. So Ruckus is on the ground. Ruckus is in pieces. This place is a fucking mess. I have to clean this shit up. And it's all a matter of just putting everything back where it belongs. So, fireworks. So yeah, that's it for now. I guess I gotta get over here and tack this, get this brace in here, this transmission mount in here, and tack the two ears onto the frame, and then that's it for this. Sitting on its own. Now obviously I didn't weld these all the way out because getting in here with that big was hard enough like this, so once I get all this out, just like I need to get the bottoms of all these guys too, so might be a few more things before this thing gets stripped back down, gets put back on the rotisserie to finish out the welding. That was awesome. That was my level. God damn it. Everything. right here where the frame rail cuts off, it's on both sides. I have this brace piece under here. What's going to happen is I'm going to put a plate on the inside of this once the engine's out of the way, basically build a bolt-in cross member that's going to support brace, I guess you call it, that once everything's good to go, I'll build it, bolt it all up, and support it while this is under here, keeping the two pieces on each side level with each other until the like the front dash bar and the two main A-pillar bars come down, because that'll actually hold it. But for now I'm just leaving that in there because I had to tweak the frame just a hair when I cut the cross member that was in here that went in out. The frame didn't spring, like open up or close, but it tweaked just a hair, which is why there's no supporting jack under that side of the frame other than it's up under the engine, and that's my kind of like 4-inch block to where everything was set off of that. So I had to put a little weight over there to tweak the frame back when I welded this cross member in. So yeah, trying to think of anything else. Nothing really. It's probably a good cleanup day. That's about it.